Hello everyone, Press7 here, back with some more BTD6, rounding off the Beast Handler series with the Bottom Path Beast Handler. I think Bottom Path has potential to make it the farthest out of all three paths, provided we actually make it past early game. We saw my Beast Handler only chimps video, which you probably would have noticed is that Bottom Path is great, but it's not really too good on its own. I think Condor on its own did struggle a lot against like dense camel rounds. And I feel like that's going to be no different really here. But thankfully logs is logs, and if I do have to, I'll switch over to resort, which might be a little bit better just because the looping as well as being able to clump up balloons with the kind of pullback effect. Not pullback, but I guess the kind of picking up balloons and putting them back into place. But yeah, basically it's really just going to be like really dense rounds. This guy is not really too great when it comes to kind of group damage. Condor is definitely going to be a bit of a struggle. Thankfully this is easy mode prices, so it won't really be as too bad as we can afford Big Bird a lot faster, as well as not having to spend as much time with just Giant Condor. Also lets this round. But yeah, I forgot, I do need to actually crosspath this guy. This is the only one I am going to crosspath, just because you can't actually pop leads without it, which is a bit unfortunate. Actually, I'll do something like that. That way, it's only up for lead rounds, but no other rounds, so I can... Alright, so leads are popped, so I can put it here, and it won't attack. Perfect. That's what I'm actually going to end up doing, if I can actually survive for Condor, but yeah, as you can see here, we're already struggling on like round 31. And I'm not really sure where I want to target the reticle, maybe somewhere like here so it doesn't go as far in order to kind of drop balloons off. And I guess this isn't really a bad spot here, it is towards the exit, but I think it's fine, all things considered. And there's not really much I can do here, so I think I am just going to fast forward and just tank all the leaks that that is going to come along. So I said, you know, this path is pretty busted in my opinion. Big Bird is really broken. I think it's bugged as well. I think all paths of the Beast Handler were released like bugged in some way, shape, or form. It doesn't seem kind of as strong as it really should be, as I don't think Ninja Kiwi kind of... like I feel like they would have done some testing to like... they wouldn't have glossed over the fact that it's really busted and like perma-stalls literally everything for infinite. And so I think it is bugged in some way, shape, or form, but I have no sources to back this up with. It just kind of feels bugged to me. And as you can see, we're already struggling heavily against early game. We're close to Condor, but it's just like, yeah, again, surviving. I mean, I will just take the leaks at this point. Not really much I can do. Because, I mean, once we afford Big Bird anyways, it should become a lot easier. Right, Condor now, but I mean, this still won't really help. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem to do damage when it kind of flies back towards balloons anyways, which is a bit unfortunate. Maybe I'll move the reticle, like, I don't know, here-ish. I think that maybe do well. Pinks are struggling a bit against those, and I think I am going to have to go for kind of merging handlers now. So let me get a bit more money before I do so. So put a handler here-ish, I think is fine. And I'll merge you here. And so how much is Big Bird in easy mode? It's 25k. The question is, can we get there with like 89 lives? I doubt it, but do have hope. Also, can Bird... okay, you can't pick up Moabs, but BFBs is a thing. I don't know if Condor can actually affect BFBs. Also lead, so I'm actually going to introduce Adasaurus back again when leads kind of reach this part. It is going to be doing a bit of damage, but I can't really do anything about that. It's just kind of the nature of the tower. The only path that I can't hit leads naturally. A bit unfortunate. But I do believe, but Condor I'm pretty sure can. Not Condor, Big Bird, it can actually hit leads. Also, I think I'm going to go for some other stuff before I actually merge. Before I go for Golden Eagle on this guy, just get some more degree as well as kind of get some more space so I can target this guy around. Also, I forgot one lead. Let me just get that. Pinks this round. I do remember this was a bit of a problem round in the original run. We seem to be holding off, but just like barely. Also F leads this round, so I'm gonna put Adasaurus here. It seems to take 2 attacks in order to pop him down fully. Nice. Cerams this round. I was hoping I could save it for another Condor to start working on that before I actually get more Eagles, but it seems that I might not be able to. They need to go for like max power Condor before I actually go for my 4 Condors that I need. And then 47 might be a bit of a problem. So let me buy this, and then I don't even know where I'd want to place the reticle, to be honest. Maybe in this intersection here? I mean, holding off pink balloons is going to be a bit of a pain, because there's a lot of pinks that come this round. Oh yeah, there's camo LEDs this round, so I actually need to spend money on a village. I didn't think I would need it this round, or need it at the run at all, but I completely forgot that 59's a thing that exists. Now this is assuming that Condor can actually affect Mob. Yeah, it can, which is nice. So assuming it can't affect BFB, so we're not completely screwed. So Condor, yeah, early game is definitely a lot more difficult. I'm just kind of saving up for it, as its group damage is kind of meh. 63, let's see how it is against this round. It's not bad, not bad. So I'm going to place Allosaurus. I'm assuming that Allosaurus can keep up with all the leads. And then once we get Big Bird, it should be pretty much a solo, a GG, all the way to like around 100. Which is fairly cheap since, you know, easy mode prices. And I'll sell this village. Actually, I'll keep it around just in case I need it for something. More F-LEDs on round 69. Alrighty. Yeah, it's a micro this guy, just kind of a bit. It is going to be doing some damage to ceramics, but not really much I can really do about that, to be honest. We let a couple slip through. I think it's because the ceramics are in the way, so I'm going to put it back up here once they come back in range. And then hopefully gets all the leads this time. Nice. Then I'll move him back down here. Alright, Bird was afforded now. And now, like I said, you know, pretty much a GG all the way until comes like past round 100. This guy is pretty overpowered in my opinion. Really busted. Alrighty, here comes round 101. Now let's see how well the Bird can handle these rounds. I think it should be pretty easy since it does permastall literally like everything. Seems to be struggling with that in particular. Not really sure again where I actually want to place the reticle, and it seems that DTs are actually having a bit of a problem here. Surprising. Thinking maybe 126, 138, those rounds are definitely going to be a bit of a problem for this guy. So far, majority of these rounds have been incredibly easy, just kind of sat here and did nothing. Seems that this guy does not do a lot of ZOMG damage. It does take a while for him to actually pop those down, so I actually do have to keep it on like 25 times speed for that. Kind of reminds me like a Superstorm at home. Alright, so 106, we are struggling a bit. Let me place the reticle here just because this guy is going a bit too far for my liking for DTs. Let me place the reticle here now for the entrance, so that way DTs kind of go back to the start. Perfect. And then that's all you need to do. I think an interesting nerf for this guy would have it to be, yeah, he picks them up and places them like replace reticle, but they still continue on their original path. So like, you know, I was picking up DTs like when they were right here, and when I picked them up, they were like placed here. I think maybe if they just kind of kept going along this path, I think it would kind of be a fair, nerf, because I mean, kind of like on a lot of maps, I feel like that can be incredibly abused, and also purples this round are really not looking too hot. Oh, it's because we were picking up ZMGs, that's why. This is a kind of a trouble spot, so I'll place this guy here. Some DTs this round, I think we should hopefully be fine, being able to permastall them pretty much. They seem to be slipping past, so I can move this reticle back if I need to. Maybe move it over here so it doesn't have to go as far. Going from like here to here is less distance than like here to here. 116 also has a lot of ZMGs this round, so you'll also be able to see its permastalling in full effect. I think you just grab BSBs from like here and place them here. I guess the upside of this is that this is definitely the least micro intensive of all of the challenges so far. This round, let's see here. I think I'll put the reticle here. At least put it somewhere close. Have DTs go up there. Yeah, if we can kind of keep DTs kind of in that general area, I think we should be fine. I'll move this here now. Falling behind. Alright, so I think if I place it in a better spot, maybe to where it does not travel so far up. So put it like here and then hope it kind of goes up this path. And then I can micro it and then put it maybe like here-ish so it goes around the loop. Alright, I'll put it here so that way it kind of stays there and keeps all DTs there. Perfect, that is exactly what we want. So DT rounds don't seem to be too much of an issue. 118. That was the round that killed Meg, so if you beat this round, then we tie Meg. Which we should be able to do easily. assuming that we can perma-stall all the DTs, which we can. How many DTs were this round? There was 30. So Big Bird just permanently stalled 30 DTs, 30 fortified DTs, while also doing decent damage against them. Then 3 bads this round. Let's see how the first bad is. I mean, I think we might be able to, if just barely. So I think as soon as this bad pops, I'll just kind of put it on maybe like kind of last close or whatever. So that way it kind of targets the other bads. And we're doing damage to the back to this middle bad, which I guess is fine. And somehow, because when did Adasaurus get here? I don't think Adasaurus is doing that much damage. Anyways, we pop this bad like here-ish, which I guess, I don't really know. This might be a wee bit close. We'll just have to wait and see. This bad sure is taking a while, and we do have a decent amount of time to pop this last bad, which already has some damage on it, which is fine. Come on, bad, just pop. As soon as the bad pops, we literally win. Easy. So we are able to beat 119, albeit just barely. Any other bad rounds, we die. So 140 is going to be a death round, if we even make it to 140. Yep, here it is, 126, the notorious problem round. So let me see if I can keep kind of Poukai in this corner. Nope, that didn't work out too well. Come on, catch up. You got it. Man, DTs are fast. I did not want to play Reticle there. But this might be a death round just because there's so many DTs in this round. They're just so fast at this point that Big Bird, I don't think, can handle this. Which means that it would tie the Gigantosaurus, which isn't really... Which is actually honestly impressive considering that Gigantosaurus is so much more expensive than this. Alright, come on. Just need to like preemptively keep this guy in corners. Keep him in the corner. If he keeps doing that, then we beat this round. Easy has to stay there. And I think that's a GG. Yep. Alright, so Big Bird has surpassed Gigantosaurus and Megalodon. Let's see how far we can take this. Also, Adasaurus is there again. Just noticed that. I think it's every time like you die and restart, it comes here, which is strange. Alright, 128, I think I did say before, is going to be a problem round. If we can kind of keep the same thing that happened with 126, I think we should be fine. Like that, keeping it in the corner. Crap, DTs are fast. Okay. I mean, I think we can do this if we just kind of do the same thing as last time. It's just that finding the perfect place to keep it in the corner is going to be a bit difficult. Yeah, this is death round. We're nowhere close. I'm going to call it GG here, which is impressive. Bottom path Big Bird made it all the way up to 128, which means it does beat out Megalodon as well as Gigantosaurus, which is impressive considering that this is the cheapest path of them all. I do suspect that top path is getting some buffs. Middle paths might get some slight nerfs, maybe some slight buffs. This is definitely getting nerfed. It's just mainly Big Bird I feel like needs a nerf. I feel like Condor, Eagle is fine. It's just this guy is definitely way too strong for its cost and like what it does in general. So yeah, that was it. If you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe, and join the Discord. Link is down below in the description.